How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a $10 Walmart survival challenge. So as that suggests, I went to Walmart, I spent $10 and this is what I got. Now I didn't set any rules for this challenge, as I didn't decide like, oh, there were certain items I had to get in order to do this. I just went to Walmart with $10 and decided on what I would like to bring if I was in a survival situation. And these are the things that I came up with. So what items did I choose to bring and why? Well, the first thing, my most expensive item, just a stainless steel cup. Right, perfect for boiling water. Everyone needs clean drinking water. The reason I chose this is because in a survival situation, well, the reason I chose everything really, survival, they say, what? Food, shelter, water, warmth. You can go, what, 2 weeks without food? 3 days without water, so clean drinking water is a must. The next item, which I bought, emergency blanket. So again, this comes down to shelter and warmth. In my opinion, the most critical thing where I live anyway, in the northern US, the most likely thing that is going to kill you is exposure to the elements. So shelter and warmth are the two keys, right? They're gonna keep you alive. Well, it's all gonna keep you alive, right? Let's be honest. Food's gonna keep you alive, water's gonna keep you alive. But 3 days without water, 3 days without water, 2 weeks without food. Whereas hypothermia, exposure to the elements, that can kill you in a matter of hours. So shelter and warmth are key for me. Next item, my last item, I got it here. So my last item is a lighter. It's lit. Why? Well, because I want to be able to start a fire. Start a fire to help boil water, start a fire to keep me warm, and just start a fire to keep me company, right? So those are my 3 items: stainless steel cup, emergency foil blanket, Mylar blanket, whatever you call it, and a lighter. This is also waterproof, so it can be used to help keep you dry in case it rains. Another great thing about it. This was $3, this was $1, and this was like $5 or $6, somewhere in that low. As you can see, here's the receipt. I don't know if it'll focus. Subtotal $9.62 with tax $10.29. Now you might be wondering why I have my bag with me. The reason being is I'm not including clothes as part of this challenge because everyone has clothes. It's not like they're not, I don't know, maybe you do, but I feel like most people don't have to go out and buy clothes, they just already have them. So, and if you're not bringing extra layers with you when you go out in the woods, then you really should be. So this just has like my waterproof jacket and my puffy jacket in, and that's it really. Not really, that is it. So I've been walking around for a little bit. Sorry, I'm on my knees. This area behind me where my camera bag is, this is the most comfortable spot I've found to sleep in. I've been walking around for quite a bit really, you know, maybe an hour or two. And it's starting to get late. Obviously in a survival situation you don't have that luxury to just be walking around until you find a suitable spot, so I just decided this'll do. Like I say, it's relatively comfortable. I'm in a stand of pine. It's got a good shelter. There's no dead trees around me that could fall on me in the middle of the night. There's a big dead pine over there in the background, which I can use. But apart from that, it's going to be the most comfortable spot. It's dry. I can use this tree here, which I don't think I'll be able to get in frame, but I can use that tree to help create some type of lean-to shelter. I can make a fire out in front. Just down there, there's a creek, so I can get water to boil water. I think it should be good. I think it should be alright. I think it's going to be a long night, considering the items I have with me, but it should be okay. It's about 30 degrees Celsius right now. About 86 degrees Fahrenheit again. But it's going to get down to about 13 degrees Celsius, so that's probably about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's literally, the temperature is going to drop almost in half, past half. So trying to keep myself warm in the night is going to be tough. Trying to make a nice comfortable bed to sleep on is going to be tough, but I think the mylar blanket should help, the fire should help. One thing I want to do is get plenty of wood to stock the fire during the night. So anyway, enough talking, let's do it. Just clearing all the debris so that I have somewhere comfortable to lie down, or relatively comfortable. I'm not getting poked in the back with all these sticks. I also want to keep it clear for when I have a fire. The nice thing about having the creek just down there is I can go get rocks to put there for my fire pit, which again in a survival situation would be a luxury. You wouldn't be worried about it, but I am, because I don't want to burn the forest down. So I got the area in front pretty clear. The next step, I'm going to use this tree that I was talking about to create a type of lean-to shelter. Probably go across this way, have the back down this side, and a fire out here, I think. I'm a side sleeper, so I imagine I'll be sleeping on my right side a lot. Although I'll probably sleep on my back because it'll be more comfortable. But that's what I'm going to do. There's dead trees here. There's dead trees lying around. I'm going to grab some and start making the shelter. He-Man. Alright. It's not quite where I want it. A bit more like there. Should be alright. I just got to start filling in this back wall with stick that I find. Okay, as you can see, I got a lot of the spines put in. Obviously I'm going to have to cover that, stop the wind, air, heat escaping. We've got a pretty big gap here which I need to fill. But that, according to my camera, this only took 9 minutes. Which in reality 9 minutes isn't bad. Obviously I still, like I say, I still got to put the back on and everything else, but, or sorry, put the thatching, as it were. But that didn't take long at all, so let's keep going. So here it is. This is home for the night. It is about 4:30 right now. I don't have a watch. I looked at my phone before. Yeah, it's about 4:30 right now, which I could keep going. I could keep filling in the back, the thatching, but that's only taken me probably less than an hour. And I could have done it much quicker, I'm sure of it. But it's livable. Right now it's livable. It feels pretty airtight. It's, well, no it's not actually. It's got more holes than Arsenal's defence, but Fanta FC. But what I think I'll do is probably get a bigger log, put in down there to block the wind coming up through there. There's a gap, still a gap here up by my head that I need to fill. One thing I have to do now is get pine boughs, or just something for me to sleep on to A, make it more comfortable, and B, try and keep the cold out that's going to come from the ground. So that's the next step. I mean, it's pretty comfortable though right now. Obviously I do have the space blanket, the Mylar blanket, that I can either use to put over myself, or I can drape it off the front, but that'll block the heat from the fire. So what I think I'll do with that is I'll probably just wrap it over myself, to be honest. Sleep under it. You could also put it in here to stop any rain. But I think, yeah, for now I'll just sleep with it on top of me if I need to. Or I can use it underneath me to block any cold coming up from the ground and try and stop any of the boughs poking me in the back. But it looks good. I'm happy with it. So next thing, is my bedding. I've still got to clean out all this extra leaf litter that fell in here when I was putting it on the back, but that shouldn't take too long. Let's go. Right, I got some boughs. I still need to get more. That's not going to be enough to be comfortable because they do compress once you lay on them, and obviously laying on them for an extended period of time they'll compress quite a lot. But I haven't had a drink since I got here, so I think what I'm going to do is go get some rocks and make a little fire pit and start a fire and boil some water. So one thing I do have in front of my shelter is this little depression here. Obviously it's not ideal for where I'd like to have my fire pit, but there's this little baby tree here and I don't really want to have to kill it or rip it up to avoid burning it, because I would have my fire pit here but it's just too close. So I think what I'm going to do is just bake it in that little depression. Anyway, I guess it was probably where a tree used to be and fell over and pulled up the root ball, so that's what I'm going to do. There wasn't a lot of big rocks down in that creek. It was pretty sandy and gravelly, so what I did do was use the Walmart bag I brought with me with my stuff in and filled it with gravel so that I can use that to cover the bottom of the fire pit. So I'll have to get a couple more loads of that for it to work like I want it to, but taking advantage of something else that I had. And the plastic bag doesn't count in the $10 because it's free, they don't charge you for it. So. What is it, roll safe? Yeah, roll safe. Two piles, smaller stuff and thicker stuff. Let's get this fire lit, because I am thirsty as a motherfucker. No fancy fire steel today, but there you go. It's lit. Wait. Of course, the smoke always goes exactly where you are. Right, whilst that burns down, I think I'm going to sort out my boughs in my shelter to make my bed. I still need to get more, and I need to get more firewood, and I should be good, should be golden. Well, I say I'll be good, it's going to be an uncomfortable night's sleep. Oh, that's hot. Right, let's go. Oops, I caught the bottom. Caught the bottom with the cup, and now it's all the silt's come up. Just wait for that to clear. Obviously this water isn't good to drink as it is. I'm gonna have to boil it. Oh, I'm making a mess of this. I'm trying to tuck all the branches and pointy bits down away from my back. There's a load of bits in my water now, but oh, it's still hot. I'm so thirsty. It boiled pretty good. Oh, I needed that. Still hot, too hot to just drink. There's bits in it, but my mouth is so dry. Should have been working all afternoon. Oh, needed that. Starting to get dark. What time is it? 7:07. I've actually got a nice little, this tree has a nice little seat. perfect just for relaxing. I think what I'd like to do with this Walmart Survival Challenge series is, obviously this is $10. I got the lighter and the cup and the blanket, and I think I want to do it go up in increments of 10, because they have some cool stuff. Like, it's not the highest quality gear, right, the stuff they have at Walmart, but it's still cool stuff. Like, if you wanted to get started, they had a knife, a decent sized knife that came with a fire steel and paracord wrapped around the handle, and that was, I think it was like $9. And then they had a big machete that came with a fire steel that was like $13, which, like, it really isn't bad just to get you started. I mean, imagine that, like, all of this that I've been able to do. Well, none of like this stuff here, none of this cost anything, really. Well, it didn't. The only thing so far is lighting the fire and boiling the water, and then obviously this thing tonight. So I wonder, like, just going up in increments of 10, how well or how much it would improve the quality of your shelter or the things you could do out here, because it'd be interesting. Like I say, $12, an extra $10, sorry, I had a caterpillar on me. An extra $10 isn't gonna get me the machete. I think the machete would be a big help, just because the most difficult thing so far, I think, I've got firewood. There's firewood down here and there's some behind the camera. The most difficult thing so far is the boughs. Because obviously you got to go take them off the tree. Whereas if you had the machete, it's just, you know, chop, chop, chop. I don't. Maybe they have a little axe. They had a little axe there, but it was one of those like tiny ones, and I don't think that'd be anywhere near as good as the machete, because I don't think either of them will be very sharp. So I'd prefer to have something with a bit more leverage, because that'd make this bit a whole lot quicker. And if you could do that, save time with this, then I have more time to get firewood. But I only got, like I say, it's 7:07 now, and I didn't get here till about 3:30, something like that, 3:30. So realistically, it's really not bad. What, you know, 3.5 hours? That's pretty good. Next time, though, $20 or no $20, I'm bringing a beer. I'm bringing an ice cold beer. I know that's not oh god. I know that's not survival, right? But I don't care. I don't care. It's summertime and I want a beer. I don't even really drink that often, but when I'm out here like this, right now, oh, I can only imagine. You can just imagine it, can't you? You know, when you're in a proper survival situation. Or does anyone watch Alone on History Channel? And those people where they're just imagining like all the things they would eat. Oh, that's me right now with a beer. Still have to get this out. I watched one of Joe Robinette's videos once where he got one of these out and it was pretty much see-through. There wasn't even any silver stuff on it. So hopefully that's not the case with this. Shout out to Joe. I love watching Joe's videos. I hope he feels better soon. I can appreciate, as someone who's had belly problems, not to that severity, but still had belly problems. I feel his pain, and like I say, I love watching his stuff. I've learned so much from him since I moved over this side of the pond, so I hope he feels better soon. I hope everything goes well, and I look forward to seeing more of his content when he's feeling better. Right guys, it's getting late now. Nearly 9 o'clock. Got a bunch of firewood here. Boiled some more water. Got the fire going. I think I'm just gonna relax for now. Try and get some sleep. Have to get out the foil blanket. But I'm feeling pretty cozy. I can feel the cold coming through the ground already. But I think the foil blanket is like 52 and a half by 82 and a half inches. So it's the size of an American queen bed. So that's plenty of room to put it underneath me and wrap it over the top of me if I get cold. I've also got my puffy jacket, so I think I should be alright. Anyway, this is it. I'll see you guys in the morning. I hope you enjoy the video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I want to do more videos like this. Like I say, I want to do from the $10 to the $20 to the $30 challenge. I also want to try the $10 dollar store survival challenge, as well as just other videos, other adventures, more backpacking trips, canoe trips, fishing, all the good stuff, all the stuff that we as outdoorsmen enjoy. So again, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. As you can see, just using the light on my phone, I've got the Mylar blanket underneath me. I'm quite warm. I haven't got my jacket on yet, but I'm plenty warm, but the cold is coming through the ground. This one is pretty see-through, but surprisingly when I wrap it around myself, it keeps me pretty warm. It's not as wide as I thought. It's not wide enough to fold it underneath me and then put it on top of me, but still it's working as it is right now. So yeah, well, it's 10 o'clock now, just listening to my audiobook, and then hopefully I should drift off to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Oh, that was a long night. A very long night. I don't know if I slept, I probably didn't. I don't know if you can see that. It's 5:14 in the morning. It's 5:15 AM. got up, I decided to light the fire because it was cold. I kept stocking it during the night, but I didn't have enough wood to keep it going. The mylar blanket ripped on me. I think it ripped on me more than once. And here we go. I'm so tired. The condensation on it, when I did fold it over myself, it would just get wet, make me wet, and then make me cold. So I'm so glad I brought. I decided to bring my puffy jacket. If I hadn't brought that, it would have been very cold. But I could always get up in the night. I'd stop the fire. I made my fire pit in that little impression that was already in the ground. But that was too far away. In retrospect, it was nice. When the fire was going, I could feel the warmth. It was just a little too far away. So next time I'd definitely change that, and regardless of any little tree, I'll make my fire pit where I want to make it, because that would have made a huge difference. Plus, to stoke it, to get it hot every time, I'd get myself all situated and wrapped up, and then it'd last for about an hour, and then I'd wake up and be cold, and I'd have to, but I'd be warm. Oh well, I'd be warm, but I'd be cold, if that made sense. I'd be cold, but I'd be warmer in my little cocoon, so I'd have to get out of that to go stock the fire. The shelter held up well though. The boughs were surprisingly comfortable, even though I definitely could have done with more. I think if I was here, if I was gonna be here longer, I'd probably turn this into more of an A-frame shelter, and obviously get more boughs and just fill it up with boughs and move the fire pit. Anyway, like I say, it's just after 5 now. All I have to do is wait for it to get light enough for me to hike out of here. And then, yeah, I will see you on the, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I will see you on the next one. Thank you again for watching. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and take it easy. Alright, see you.